Pilate comes in on the west side of town, and he comes in with this great display of Roman force.
Mm-hmm.
He's not riding a donkey, because on the other side of town, Jesus is like on a borrowed donkey, right? And he's got these peasant followers who had
Yeah.
followed him from the countryside, had come into Jerusalem for the Passover. They don't have much. They grab the cloaks off their back, they grab the palm branches. They have this kind of makeshift parade. But we've got this guy, this traveling rabbi, riding in on a borrowed donkey. On the other side of town, we get Pilate on war horses
Big
with
deal.
chariots,
Mm-hmm.
like a legion of Roman soldiers, hundreds of Roman soldiers.
So
with-
this is like the Macy's
This
Thanksgiving
is
Day parade.
this is the one that's like the
Yeah.
Macy's parade with like a lot of violence, because they had
Right.
swords and they had spears, but they had drums, they had
Mhm.
flags, the Roman flags. They had all these poles with these golden Roman eagles that kind of glistened in the sunlight. And
Mhm.
so, can you imagine this parade? This is the one you would have wanted to see,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. No, if I were a kid, I'd want to see all the glistening, happy, big deal, huge parade, not, kind of a rinky-dink makeshift. Somebody coming in on a donkey. A donkey's not even that big. I mean, they're really
And they stink and they're stubborn. Who would want to be on that ass of an animal?
exactly.
you want
Yeah.
you want the horse. You want the chariots. You
Yeah.
want the show.
Yeah.
And Rome gave you the show.
Mm-hmm.
Pontius Pilate gave you the show. But it was also kind of terrifying,
Mm.
because it wasn't just something that was fun to watch. It was something that reminded you who
Right.
was in charge.
Right.
And who was in charge wasn't you.
Right.
Particularly if you were someone who lived in Judea, or particularly if you were a first century Jew,
Mhm.
you were not in charge.
Right.
It was Rome who was in charge.